Hey everybody, what's going on? It's all you know 1994. I hope you're all having a great day today. And the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Season 2 patch notes were released today, January 27th. So we're going to jump into some of these patch notes here. I'm not going to be discussing all of them because I don't want this video to be incredibly long, but we're going to be kind of touching on the some of the global stuff that's going to be coming to the game, mainly the anti-cheat and some of the multiplayer, maybe most of the multiplayer. Not really going to be touching on zombies because uh, I feel like zombies is kind of something that people really aren't really, well, not necessarily not interested in, but a lot of people really want to see the multiplayer side of this stuff. So I'm going to be touching on the global stuff and the multiplayer side of the patch notes. And then for those that don't know, the Tomb is coming out in zombies along with a bunch of other stuff. I've talked about it in previous videos anyway, so let's just focus in on the other stuff for this one. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So we got the season 2 patch notes. Like I said, they came out today, the 27th. Season 2 will be dropping tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, January 28th, for those that don't know. So, yeah, well, let's just jump into this. We got the roadmap that we saw uh, earlier in the last week. Got the multiplayer maps. We got Bounty, Dealership, and Lifeline. The new multiplayer modes that are going to be coming on launch. Overdrive and Gun Game in week 2. The in-season modes is going to be the Valentine's Day LTM modes, third wheel gunfight, and couple stance-off. The new weapons for multiplayer and zombies, we got the PPSH-41 SMG, which is a Battle Pass reward. Cypher 091 Assault Rifle, also a Battle Pass reward. The Fang 82 LMG, Battle Pass reward. And the TR2 or the FAL Marksman Rifle, which is an event reward. But all of these weapons right here, excuse me, will be coming in season or not in season on launch. So 4 weapons on launch that we'll be able to acquire through the battle pass and through an event. So not bad. New attachments for multiplayer and zombies: the crossbow underbarrel attachment, the AEK 973 full auto mod, which is an event reward. The crossbow attachment is part of the battle pass. And this is the binary trigger. I didn't know what it was going to be for. It's an event reward. I probably could have figured this out if I just did a little bit of research, but I couldn't be bothered. But it's going to be for the Tonto 22 SMG, so that'll be an event reward as well. The season launch perk coming into multiplayer is Slipstream. That's the one that'll raise your base sprint speed at the cost of removing your tack sprint. New score streak for multiplayer and zombies, which will be an event reward, is the War Machine. Uh, the War Machine can be crafted in zombies at the crafting table under the support tab for those that want to know. And again, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that the War Machine for multiplayer is going to be the burst fire grenade launcher, and the War Machine in zombies is going to be single fire. I don't know if that's entirely true at this point, so keep an open mind on that. It could just be I saw that and misread something before, and it's going to be a burst fire as well in zombies. But anyway, that's coming in an event reward on the launch of season 2 tomorrow. The map Tomb for zombies. New operators for multiplayer and zombies. We got Vortex, Black Cell on launch, Nocturne and the Battle Pass on launch, and the Terminator bundle will be in season later on. New events: the Terminator event for all 3 modes will be from February 6th to the 20th, and then Shadow Hunt will be from February 13th to the 20th on all 3 modes as well. To join Nocturne, you must first complete the challenges he has laid out before you. Don't fail him. That's pretty small explanation for that mode, but maybe we'll get more details once that event, comes into the game. This is the one that I really want to talk about here. The Ricochet anti-cheat. This is going, in my opinion, this update to Ricochet's anti-cheat is going to maybe not completely kill off the game, because again, that just will never happen, realistically, guys. But this is definitely going to make or break the future of Black Ops 6 across multiplayer, Warzone, and pubs and in ranked. This is going to be make or break for them right now. So this anti-cheat, for what they're going to be delivering with this season update, has to deliver. It can't fail, because it's going to really put a wedge into the community, and it's just going to be a huge uproar if this doesn't deliver. So basically, it says here, as previously discussed in our recent community update blog, we are ramping up our fight against cheaters across both multiplayer and Warzone, with new security measures deploying throughout the coming seasons. Updates include enhanced detection modes for behaviors like aimbotting, stricter account trust and hardware identification to target repeat offenders, and new tools to combat dishonest behavior such as playing with cheaters or attempting to spam report innocent players. We are also focusing on more precise tools, including major upgrades to the kernel level anti cheat driver and server side systems starting this season and continuing into Season 3. These measures, combined with ongoing improvements in legal actions against cheat sellers, aim to deliver a more secure and enjoyable experience for everyone. For more information on Ricochet Anti-Cheat, check out our recent community update. Like I said, this update in Season 2 and then the one throughout the following seasons into Season 3, it has to deliver. People are in an uproar with how bad the anti-cheat has worked this year, and this just it has to get fixed, and it has to get fixed in the right way, and it has to get fixed now. Otherwise, you're just gonna it's not a good look. It's really not. I mean, this should be something that they have had ironed out for years now. Ricochet has been in Call of Duty long enough to where there shouldn't be these kinds of issues at this stage in the game. And I'm just hoping that the fixes over the course of this season and future seasons will make it a better anti-cheat, because we sorely need it in Call of Duty right now. It's pretty bad. But this is a preview of some of the Battle Pass skins that you'll be getting. The base one, instant reward, is Nocturne. Pretty, I would say. The Black Cell version looks pretty nice, I have to admit. That's a pretty nice looking one. The what is this? The completion of the Battle Pass without the Black Cell is what that looks like for Nocturne. That's the one that you see in the imagery that's going around for the launch of Season 2. I really like this. I think this is actually pretty cool for it not being a Black Cell version of that reward skin. And then this is a different skin altogether, I think. This one looks pretty nice as well with the mask and the shoulder pads and the colors on the arms there. I really like that. So yeah, we got some of the issues that they are addressing with progression and prestige this time around. Challenges, stuff that we've talked about already, where we can track challenges and stuff. Camo challenges, they're going to be changing some things around here. Players can now equip any unlocked special camos to a weapon as soon as they've unlocked any 5 military camos for that weapon. So instead of having to unlock all 9 military camos, like it says here, for at least one mode, you can now only get, says somewhere down here, I can't remember where I saw it, but it says you can only get, right here, you'll only need 30 headshots instead of 100 to get access to that special camo, because they just felt like special camos were kind of just like unlocked and people would equip them for a little bit of time, but then they would be jumped right into the gold camo challenge and whatever, and they would already have gold in a short amount of time. So they're basically just making it so the special camos across all modes and across all weapons are easier to get and quicker to get and have more use than just the short amount of time that people use them. And then this is the buffs and nerfs to weapons. This is the meat and potatoes of the multiplayer update here. So let's jump right into it. We got some addressed an issue where akimbo attachments did not properly display pros and cons. Addressed an animation pop-up when using certain muzzle attachments with a GS-45 pistol. They increased with the dexterity perk, or reduced, weapon motion with dexterity perk equipped from 60% to 70%. Weapon raise animations that play on respawn are now fully interruptible, and reduced bullet penetration on all surface types. So basically, wall banging is now going to be a lot easier than it has been currently in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Did some magazine changes with their reload times here. Same with falling magazine attachments have had their ammo times updated to match the intended timing. So again, more magazine changes. Melee removed screen flash from taking frontal damage while holding a melee weapon. I don't really run around with melee weapons outside of the knife and zombies, but cool, I guess. And here we go. This is the buffs and nerfs to the weapons in multiplayer. We got the Goblin Mark II up first. Looks like it's getting a nice buff, which, I guess. I mean, it would have been nice to see. Is there any more? No, it's just this one. So you're telling me that the The only assault rifle in the entire game that you saw fit to receive a buff or a nerf is just the Goblin Mark II. I mean, I guess. I don't really use this weapon. I haven't touched it in multiplayer. So for the people that do use the Goblin Mark II, you got a nice little range buff coming. So good for you, I guess, and the ADS speeds and stuff here. SMG, the Compact 92 plus 3-round burst mod is getting a buff. Again, there's only one SMG that's getting changed around. I was expecting a couple nerfs to the SMGs because, as far as I'm concerned, the Jackal, the PP919 are just top tier SMGs right now, and they're just running rampant. And with these maps being as small as they are, it's just you would think that they would do something to switch up the meta a little bit, but it just seems like the Jackal and the PP919, and then maybe even the KSV or the SOG are still going to be the go-to choices here. I'm pretty sure people might start using the Compact after this buff, but it makes you wonder now if the PPSH is even going to make a dent in the meta, because unless that gun is just over the top nasty, people are just going to continue using the same couple SMGs. Shotgun attachment changes, or not attachment changes. We have the Marine shotgun getting a buff, the ASG 89 getting a buff, and the Maelstrom overall getting a buff. It has a little bit of a nerf to its one range post patch, but other than that, it's getting a damage buff. This is kind of worrisome because not so much in the 6v6 playlist, but in the face off playlist, shotguns are used a lot right now, pre patch. So this is just going to make them even more powerful. And I would argue that you're going to start seeing a lot more shotguns than SMGs, because shotguns and SMGs kind of go hand in hand in terms of competitiveness and what you're going to use over the other. And the fact that shotguns are getting buffed across all of the shotguns here, um, might be seeing a lot more shotguns in Season 2, which isn't a bad thing for the most part, but me personally, I don't like dying to shotguns. It's kind of the same thing with snipers for me. I don't like the whole one shot, one kill death thing. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. But again, as of right now, from what I'm seeing so far, it doesn't seem like the meta is going to be changing a whole lot, which is kind of a bad sign. I was kind of expecting a bit of a shake-up with especially these new weapons coming into the game. I figured they would try to shake things up to make it so those weapons will be chosen maybe over some of these weapons that are already in the game. Granted, when the season is going to come out and people get access to the new weapons, they're obviously going to use them for the beginning of the time, the time they get them. But as far as I can see so far, I don't think that's going to last long, especially if they don't live up to the standard that some of these meta weapons that we've seen so far in these patch notes are capable of doing in the multiplayer scene. PU-21 getting a nice buff here to its pre-fire delay, sprint to fire, tac sprint, and view kick deviation. So PU-21, probably out of the three, LMGs is the least one used. I could be wrong on that. I haven't really dabbled in LMG usage that much this year. It seems like a lot of people gravitate towards the XMG, so maybe this will kind of throw a little bit of a mix in there in terms of LMGs. We'll have to wait and see. Marksman rifles. I don't use marksman rifles. So as far as I'm concerned, the DM10 being the only one getting any sort of nerf or buff, it looks like it's getting a buff. Um, it is what it is. I personally think that there was a couple others, maybe another marksman rifle that could have gotten some attention, but they only saw fit to do the DM10. So that's unfortunate. I know some people, like Jay Bowen, the man I watch on Twitch, he was hoping that the SWAT 556 got some attention this time around, and it didn't. He was kind of down about that, which is understandable. You know, you obviously, again, when it comes to these weapon tunings, you want to make it so that things are changed up a little bit, and it doesn't seem like that's the route. And then sniper rifles are getting, from what I was watching Jay Bowen's stream earlier, so I already know about these. Basically, quick scopers are going to have the time of their life in Season 2. The sniper rifles across the board are all getting buffs to basically their ADS speed. So quick scoping was already an issue to begin with, and now it's just going to be even worse. So I personally, like, again with the shotguns, I hate getting killed by snipers. It's just, I hate the one hit, one shot, one kill thing. It's annoying. And the fact that you could be shooting a sniper and they still are able to stay on target with you and quick scope you, it's just annoying. And the fact that they're basically making it even easier to quick scope with these sniper rifles, it's just going to be annoying. I can already tell. And then the pistol, Strider got a buff, and the Sirin 9mm seems like it got a buff, I think. And then the launchers. But other than that, guys, there's really nothing else I really wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to cover the buffs and the nerfs and some other stuff in the patch notes. If you want to read the rest of these patch notes, I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. But other than that, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up here. It's already getting pretty long of a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's any questions you have, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer them as best I can. Other than that, leave a like and a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. If you disliked the video, go ahead and leave me a dislike as well. It doesn't hurt my feelings. And this is All You Know 1994. Peace out.